Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Community Spotlight every Wednesday. Yay! Spotlight! Woo! It is a show that we do every Wednesday where you guys send over some hobby images to us and we will review them through the lens of a store manager or a GW store manager kind of thing. So we will say what we like about the model, and we will suggest things that you could help that you could do to further improve your hobby. You don't need to take the advice.
Also, I'm a 2-time art school dropout.
Yes, I am a fine arts degree holder. Also, former GW employee. Mr. Molly, also former GW employee. So we are both former GW employees. So we feel like we have some expertise in at least the hobby part.
We've thrown some paint around.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man. Today, no whiskey, but I'm having some Starbucks coffee, just a flat white. There you go.
I'm also having coffee because I'm staying up a little late tonight. Gonna finish off a quick commission, and my Volkite chargers finally came in, so pew 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 pew. I got a support squad on the way for Heresy 2.0.
Awesome sauce. So I've just finished the Resident Evil stuff, so I'm good to go. Is there a ghost in your house, Mr. Molly? Your lights just turned off.
Don't worry about it.
All right then.
It's better if you don't acknowledge him.
It's better that I don't acknowledge you. Okay, cool. All right. If something comes out of darkness, I'll be sure to let you know.
It's all right. I can see it on the back cam. So viewers at home, you'll know why I start suddenly chanting in Latin.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, let's head on to the first the first entry, which is by Connor, also known as GP Aussie Painter on Instagram. So we had him on the Monday.
Painter in the house.
Yeah, so this is Connor from the Hobby Ramblers Monday show. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. It is out right now and is really entertaining, really fun. And we just talk about
super fun.
Yeah, we talk about community stuff. We talk to people, the average Joe, about what they're happy about, what they're concerned about in the hobby, and what their experiences are like in the hobby. So
different perspectives from different types of hobbyists, which I think the Monday show is super interesting. Everyone should tune in and watch it.
Yes. But also, don't forget to also tune in for the Community Spotlight show as well, because this is also
super fun, super high energy, and you also get critiques on pretty things.
Yes. So I think the direction of the channel now is basically just community stuff. We are a community channel. We want to see your stuff. We want to highlight your work. And it makes us feel good as well, because it's like, hey, it's good to see other people do things other than just us. All right. We have...
Sorry, about every fire truck in Toronto is driving by my window right now.
Uh-oh, okay. Is there a fire somewhere? Okay.
Probably. I'll let you know if it's my building.
Yep. We'll see the smoke come out.
Yeah. Oh shit, the pizza.
All right, well, let's...
anyway, on to GP Aussie Painter.
Tangent aside, let's get on to Connor's NMM work. So Connor has sent us these and is really... this is the first time we've actually had a submission where it's he wants our input and he wants our, our say-so, because these aren't models of any kind. These are test rims for him to practice on.
So this is a literal crit.
Yeah.
We'll be critiquing and discussing how the technique's coming along, giving our 2 cents.
Yes.
And in some cases, I imagine we'll have very similar advice on how to take this further, or where to stop and what's going on just right.
Yep, exactly. So what do you not, or why do you, let's start with you, Molly. Blah, blah, blah. Words. Let's start with you, dude. What do you think he's done well? I think he's quite a few things.
Quite a few things. I think both are very good examples of the fundamentals of non-metallic metals, especially the gold. He's done a very fantastic job there. I have very little that I can personally critique about it, or only 1, 2, 3, 4 brush strokes that I have suggestions on. The silver is coming along very nicely. It's just a little less blended.
Okay.
So the delineation between where the light's supposed to be reflecting off the curved metallic surface looks almost corrugated.
Yep.
Yeah, especially on that right side there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think there was an attempt to blend, but like, yeah. So here's the width.
Just the shadow is too deep on both sides. That's all.
Yeah, because this is a what is it? This is a curved surface, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what we want to get like out there is basically like, okay, curved surfaces, right? Especially for metals. They don't particularly have this kind of like reflection on top of reflection unless there's another piece there reflecting off
or
it,
a secondary light source at a different angle, which is one thing that you have to I would say as much if not more than object source lighting, keep in mind your light sources when you're doing non-metal metals. Because there's metal.
So like there's metal and chrome. So this is a metal, like just basically like a little metal palette. It's like slightly shiny, like you can see your reflection in it, but not super well. So this, I guess, what you're thinking of. But like as you can see, right, like the top of the lip here, there's like a very obvious bright source, and then you can follow along the dark path just on the sides over here.
Yeah. And then you can draw pretty much a diagonal from the edge to the bottom edge on where the two secondary points of shiny are going to be.
Yep. And you can see that the top, because there's a firm top, there's like a very dark area here, and there's also a slight dark area just underneath where the lip changes as well.
Exactly.
But also because there is a secondary light source, which is the screen, that is why you're seeing this kind of light source here. And I've got 2 lights on, so you've got one main light here, and a secondary light glint there.
Exactly.
So, like so that is what like steel looks like. So this is like this is stainless steel, and very different to
using real world metallic objects as visual cues or even photographs of them is life changing when you're trying to work with non-metallic metals. Whether it's on canvas or on a miniature. Because remember, long before we invented metal paint, we've been painting stuff that looked like metal.
Yeah, so this is a bit different, but this is what you would expect from chrome. You can see it's very, very shiny. It's more of a flat surface, but like hopefully you can get a good idea of the difference. A very big difference. So that's when you would get that secondary light, because like So you would usually think that like, okay, because this part is the closest to light source, you kind of like you want to go with this part, right? But it's actually a bit more than that, because that glint comes from here, but also comes down the edge here as well.
Yeah, it almost makes an inverted teardrop.
Yeah. So you want that. So that's if you want to do chrome though. This is a very good. This is my little like Zippo. Very chrome, very shiny. But I think
shiny and chrome. What a lovely day.
Yeah, but I think you've really made great strides, and this is a step in the right direction. It really is.
Far surpasses any of my early attempts.
Yep.
By leaps and bounds. On the gold, there are literally just 4 brush strokes that I think are a little too apparently bright, but that's it, dude. Like otherwise, you nailed that like a coffin.
Yep.
That's a good time.
Yeah, that's a very good time. Same thing on the silvers. There are a few brush strokes that I feel are a bit too stark or a bit too dark for a curved surface. It doesn't look natural to me. But
Or it looks like the metal itself is corrugated, and if that's the intended effect, then cool. Very well executed because you made an illusion on a flat surface of depth, which in and of itself is hard to do.
yeah. But I don't think that was the intent. But that is also a good learning experience as well because now you do know how to do that. And it's very important as well because like I could see him like the intent here was to practice kind of like on smaller kind of like areas NMM.
Yeah,
where you
it
get
does
like,
look like practice, rotate, practice, rotate, practice, rotate,
Yeah.
which is a great use for these bases.
Yeah.
I might also suggest, Connor, that try the tops too.
yeah. Although
See
the
how
tops
that
are
works.
textured. The tops are textured, so there's basing.
Oh, they've already been textured. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. I think like this is a good right direction, the right step. Maybe try on a fresh base that is like, doesn't have like texture on top and try to do the top because you can see the top on this, right, is very, very different to what is on top. So you can see here, there's a very interesting effect and it like you could apply that to a lot of different things, a lot of different flat surfaces as well.
Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
And when executed, non-metal metal looks amazing from 1 or 2 angles. And always be aware of that when you're tackling a job like this. That because of the nature of the way you're creating the illusion of reflection, if you do a 360-degree rotation on the model, sometimes it's going to look a little weird.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That's okay. That's how it's meant to be. So be careful about that. But very good job. Very good step in the right direction. Just be a bit more mindful about your blends and like the intent and the surface area and like how the curve spots and shows. But all in all, your blends are great. The color choices are great. So good job.
Color choices are
very well done. Use a lot of like real world materials like this in pictures as your reference. Yeah. So that would be our advice. So thank you very much, Connor. And be sure to check out his Instagram channel, Instagram link down below. And he is Mr. GP Aussie Painter. On to our next submission. We have Matty. Barrel's brush. Yes. So Matty, we also had on the Monday show, on the Hobby Ramblers Monday show, and he was talking about his elves, about his Luminous Realm Lords, and how he did them in the Starburst pattern. And I don't think you've seen them before, but this is one of them. So he's gone for like a drow dark elf, kind of like kind of mystical, like a bioluminescent like forest.
Yeah, like. My first impressions are I love the creativity of this. I was doing some Druthkari in like drow colors.
Yep.
And I would have never thought to apply it to the Lumineth Realm Lords because they're lore-wise so closely associated with high elves.
Yeah.
The antithesis to the drow. But this color palette is amazing. This looks so motherfucking cool.
Yeah. I really love the skin tones on the drow. He is very, it's very simple, but that's the thing, right?
Sometimes that stark contrast is that white is exactly where it needs to be. It's not too warm. It's nice and snow. Those purples are amazing, and the galaxy pants.
Yeah, the galaxy pants is what works it. The sunburst pattern on them, the nice little kind of like dots, the fine dots you would do for that is really awesome.
Yeah, it's like the opening to like a Star Trek franchise, like flying through a nebula through his pants.
Yeah,
that's freaking amazing.
So the stippling work on that is amazing.
Bioluminescence on the weapon, so it looks like it's carved out of like some strange underdarky substance.
Yep, exactly.
Definitely geeking out because I remember when the Dritz Duorden books were first released, and I was a little boy, and I read them backwards and forwards.
Yep.
So this is super cool. Oh my god, I just looked at the shield.
Yeah. Do you see the constellation on the shield? Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the connecting dots in the constellation. Yeah. So that is some fine work. Fine work. Very good work.
The base is even tonally consistent. Like it looks like amethystine kind of infused stone and very stark alienly colored plant life, which matches the palette of the Galaxy Pants and Shield. Maddie, yo, paint my stuff.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so this is going to be part 2.
Oh, that's the hard part.
Yeah, all of them are hard today. Gonna get you put your thinking caps on.
Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in a lot. I've zoomed in slightly too much. I guess could have committed to the glow effect on the sickle a tiny bit more.
Okay.
Like the application right on the edge of like either Green Stuff World or Vallejo Neons.
Okay.
Just to give it more of like that glow effect. Because it like, and this is the minorest of quibbles. Like, it's there. Just it could be as there as the Galaxy Pants, which are there.
That's fair.
I just noticed the crystal. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is some dollar store brilliance right there, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I've got one suggestion that could probably take this model further and much like it, right? So, you see these double banners, right, with the symbols on top, right? I think Matty, the way to bring up this model is to balance it out. So I would have liked to see like these glow in the same green glow.
Ooh, yeah, that would have been real nice. And even extending that into the runes atop the banner.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'm not saying the flag, so I'm saying the runes on top. Like, make them glow like they're like, you know, little like what is it? Little squad markings, like.
Yeah, or like the thing was painted on with like a bioluminescent algae paint or something.
Yep.
Like, come up with your own cool headcanon or glowy underground magic rocks of Arunian energy.
Yep. If I were to do that, Matty, I would have just gone for the runes are gonna be the lightest point, and then it'll start getting darker and darker towards the edge. The runes might be a little bit more hidden, but they are going to show up a lot more. So they'll be a little bit harder to read, but they're meant to be glowing, so the intent of this is...
Or make the runes purple and do just all the stonework behind it in that glowing green. Then the runes could pop really nicely, and we would achieve the same kind of lighting effect.
Yeah, could do so. Yeah.
That could be good too.
Yeah, that would also.
Look at us being a two-headed giant.
Yeah. But that would be our biggest advice to take this model further. Everything else seems to be pretty on point. So everything else is on
point. Like, I am thoroughly impressed with everything from palette choice to execution.
Yeah.
Thematic concept down to the core. Like, the second I open this file, it's like drow.
Yeah.
Not drow skin tone and like
something else.
Stuff. but like the whole thing is just shrieking that energy, and I love it. And I wish we lived on the same continent so we could play Underworlds together.
Yes. It is awesome. Thank you very much, Matty. I will be looking forward to seeing more of your work as well. So please send us for more.
Pretty please.
And to the ladies and gentlemen out there, please remember to send us your hobby photos so you can be featured on the Wednesday show as well. We're not mean people. We're not harsh. And we take everyone.
And yeah, at any level of completion, work in progress, as you can see, we talked about the edges of bases today. Yeah. So if you have a conversion or a paint project that is
or even if you're testing something
in
out.
process. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like taking a whirl at like, heat strain on a Gatling gun, because everyone has to do that once or twice.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, so don't be shy.
Anyway.
Send them to us on Instagram. Next entry, which is by Nerdgun. His Keeper. His Keeper Secrets. His Kairos. His Kairos Fate Weaver.
Oh, yeah. The lying bird.
It is another galaxy-themed one.
Okay, space is cool.
Space is cool.
But executed in a very different way.
Yep. So this is more of a kind of like scenic, because on one wing I can see that he's like airbrushed on the planets as well. So you can see the curvature of planets in the background and stuff like that. Then you've got the stars on the left wing. Our left, not your right.
Yeah, stage left.
Yeah, stage left. And he's got like, the stars.
Oh, it's almost like the Eye of Terror in the middle of that.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, and you've still got some little like star dots on the left side. The right side, you've got some modulation.
Oh, there's even some asteroids or like space debris around some of the planets. Like that's a complex story that you're telling in there, man. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And my first impressions, eldritch horror, like something from beyond space and time, made of the stuff of stars and barely contained by our reality, which is demonic as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is awesome. I think this is very, very well done. I like the fact that it even translates over to like the equipment and like, the book, the stuff and everything. You've really gone like doubled down.
The glow effect in that book.
Yeah, it's like really doubled down. Like there are no metallics, no gold on this. It's all just modulation. It's all just playing around with the blues, purples, and like the whites and stuff, and even like some tints of green here and
light sources coming out of the model. Because you've got the book illuminating the hand and the staff.
Yeah.
You've got the eyes, which are illuminating around the eyes.
Yeah. And I like that.
All of which super cool.
Yeah, I really like that you've gone with a consistent like story throughout the entire thing, because it would have been so easy just to highlight like all these little muscles, but that would have ruined it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I love that it looks like it's made out of space stuff.
Yeah.
And it just happens to be in a split-headed vulture demon wielding a staff shape.
Yeah, so, it is damn impressive. Cool, very good. And Nerdgun is a commission painter, so anyone that would like to hire out his work, please do so. His links are down in the descriptions below and also in the comment section below. Thank you very much, Nerdgun, and I will be very much looking forward to seeing more of your work soon as well. Second part of it, we still need to say what we could do to improve this. I've got an idea, but Molly, what do you think?
I feel like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I want to call a friend. I guess because the base is still well done because you continued the space theme on the flat parts.
Yes.
The stone is a little bit bland, but I don't know if fucking around with that would have done anything.
Wait, hold on. Let's take a break first, Molly. Let's take a pause. My laundry's outside and it started raining. Hold on a minute. All right, back. We're definitely going to keep that in the video.
Yeah. No edits.
No edit. Well, some edits.
Some edits, but we
Some.
won't tell you about them.
Yes, but you were saying about the rocks?
Like it is the least, I guess, done. Like they're done, but like the least attention paid to bit.
Okay. Yep.
However, I don't know if anything done to them, like giving them another dry brush so they have a little more texture. I kind of like how they look like indistinct space rocks, or like maybe a tiny bit more of a glow effect on the very edges of them where they touch the space stuff. But like, no need to go ham on it, as the rest of the miniature holds itself together so brilliantly, and is a cohesive story. I wouldn't want like to detract from the actual miniature by doing too much more work, but that's the only thing. Maybe a tiny bit of a purple underglow just on the edges, so you can see like where the space is reflecting off the tiny islands of reality that this monstrosity is standing on.
Ooh, I've got a really good one. Okay.
Okay, what you got?
All right. Okay. For the basing, right? I think this like space kind of like
Final Frontier, yeah.
Yeah, Final Frontiers thing you've got going on. Okay, experiment with the three-dimensionality of it, right? By layering resin, do layered resin, but also do it like paint on like the clouds, the planets, and stuff like that. Then resin on top, wait for it to set and cure, paint on the stars, resin on top, set and cure, paint on the asteroids, on top, layer and cure, bam.
And then you can have the asteroids at slightly different heights,
Yeah,
even though
exactly.
they would be thick. Like you could still have it flat and stable, so the demon's standing on it properly. But one could go down deeper and be like very oblong shapes. That is a smart goddamn idea.
Yeah, but also you can even take it even further by like, okay, so you said the rocks didn't really fit, right? They look like they're just kind of like standing there, right? Here's the thing. On the last layer of like the resin, right, you wait for it to cure fully and dry, right? On the edges of the rocks, just get some PVA or a little bit of the resin, and by brush, just make little ripples on the edges of the rocks. So it's kind of like, the whole thing of like
the good old school trick.
Yeah, the ripples of reality. The rocks are part of it. They're in there.
Yeah.
Like, make that story.
Yeah, that would be making it like top to bottom, just unreal. Like it's already unreal. I am loving it.
Yep.
Man, today is beautiful. Thank you, today.
But I think if you did that right, it would take it from unreal to just wow. Just
put the lights back on.
Yeah. So that's the thing, right? Like, you can experiment with materiality. You can also have these hidden techniques here and there as well. Us old guys, we still got like little tricks here and there. I may not be the best painter, may not be able to do this, but I got some like little gold dust wisdoms here and there.
Yeah. Back in the day, before you had your fancy 3D printers and your fast cure resin.
We had 2-part resins that needed to be cured overnight, and you had to like get a little lighter and like pop the bubbles.
You did?
Yes. But very amazing work, Nerdgun. Very amazing stuff. I'm not sure if this is a personal work or a commission work, but in like, if you do want to try experimenting with that, like I would highly recommend that you charge an absolute premium for that, because it is very time intensive and it is very, very specialized.
And whatever you're charging, dude, worth every penny.
Yes. All right. Very good work. Thank you very much, Nerdgun. I look forward to seeing more of your work. On to the next entry, which is by Song Hobbying, our local. Song, look at it! Woo! He has developed his painting technique a lot more. Look at them. They look so clean. They're so good. They're so clean.
How are you making this many leaps and bounds in like weekly intervals, sir.
Yeah. Oh man, but they're so good. They're so clean. Look at them.
Yeah, I'm loving the blue, especially on the tabards.
Yeah, the tablet blue is looking real good. Real good.
I'm liking the energy effect on the swords. It's very subdued. It's not too over the top.
Mm-hmm.
The blade guard models are awesome, but yeah. No. The silvers and metallics are very nice. They're smooth.
Yep. No pooling of any shades anywhere. No weird pooling.
Exactly.
Yep.
They look very knightly. Very knightly.
Very, very knightly.
And like Bill said, clean. Like crisp, fresh, folded laundry.
Yes. I think very well done. Yeah, this is much more developed than your previous work when you sent in the Redemptor, I feel. So I felt like the Redemptor was like an experimentation on like how far you can get the glows to. Maybe you've got an airbrush, you're new to that, and you were experimenting with it. But this looks like you've kind of like used the airbrush. You kind of use the airbrush to its good effect on the swords, so trying to get like cleaner blends, and you've like used the airbrush obviously to base coat like the silver, getting very clean coats. So yeah. So very, very nice.
Sorry, I'm zooming in. Oh, I'm just zooming in.
Yes. Awesome.
Look at all those little details. Yeah, part 2. You go first this time, Bill.
All right, wait. I need to have an example, model example. All right, I'm using my.
This example break is brought to you by our sponsors. No one yet.
Someone yet.
Sponsor us.
Somebody sponsor us. Suntory whiskey, please.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Suntory, please. I love your stuff. All right, so for the power source, right, I suggest that you move on to, you do like a magma style power source. Oh my god, the light is like just coming off this thing like it's like a champ. But yeah, do like a magma style power sword, because I find that it works a lot better in a lot of situations than the traditional power sword.
Especially in this situation, since the vast majority of the color palettes are very cool.
Yeah.
Like that's a cold steel.
Well, what I'm saying is don't change your color palette, but use the same techniques you would use for this magma, like this magma effect. So you go light in the center and then really dark on the outside, so the sword pops out a lot more. Like this model is already like pretty bright. It's like white with blue, but because of the brightness of it, I could have very easily done this in like green or whatever. But it's like really popping out. And
yeah, absolutely.
Like,
and almost has that lightsaber energy weapon effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's my suggestion for the power sword. Play around with it. It is different than it is very different than the traditional power sword, but I think it would really add more to this model because it is so clean. I think so.
I would tend to agree.
Yep. What do you think, Mr. Molly?
I think a little more color on the tilting shields. Like, I'd like to see a diagonal stripe or halving or quartering with the blue. Or maybe on the sergeant, continue that red stripe that's on his helmet somewhere on the personal heraldry. Just because I think that would bring them up just that tiny extra level of that knightly attitude and energy that these guys have.
Fair enough.
That's the one thing that kind of jumped out. Otherwise, I'm really loving what I'm seeing and very, very impressed with progress and clean.
Yeah. I'd like to see more like a darker shade in the recesses of the eyes. Yeah, because they seem a bit like too hidden. Like usually eyes, like they have like kind of like dark shadow in the recess, and then you get the red, and then it really pops.
Absolutely.
But yeah, very, very nice work, Song Harbing, and I very much look forward to more of your stuff and more that we can view, because your improvements, they're going on about leaps and bounds. It's all just
Leaps and bounds.
little things here and there, different techniques you can use.
This whole army is going to look so beautiful together.
Yeah. Like
yeah, definitely. Once the whole force is done, pretty please, sugar on top, send us a class photo.
Yes,
that
please
would be
do.
Phenomenal.
Please do. It is freaking awesome. But like, yeah. All these little things now, we've moved on from like talking about more fundamentals to talking about more like different techniques. Just like specific techniques that you could use to accentuate, improve, and like basically like make things look a certain way that would work a bit better than what you're using right now. Because technically speaking, he is using the right technique for the power swords, and they are done well, but I feel like they're not the right technique to use on everything.
Yes, I would tend to agree that the magma technique, like in the blue palette and an orange palette, if you wanted to go for like heavy contrast, would definitely benefit these fine Space Marines.
I mean, Matt used the magma technique on his little sickle, with green, and it worked really well.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the only reason I would like to see a little more color on the tilting shield is I think it would break up that solid mass of silver in the center of the model, and it helps tell an individual story with your guys. And you can kind of like, because each of them has a little bit of individuality within the squad that way, which I always feel really shouts veteran.
Yep. Exactly. But again, an amazing leap forward, amazing models as well. Like Song, like
very good work.
Please comment down below, like what your next plans are. Tell us like what you want to do and like what you want to like take this army with. And also, since you're in Singapore, like hey man, like let's have a game. My chrome nids are waiting.
Throw down with that, man.
My chrome nids are waiting.
The chrominids.
Yes. -1 to hit for blindness.
Steel versus shiny chrome.
Yes. -1 to hit for blindness. For a blindness check, please, good sir.
We're going to be rolling out 1 8th edition rule. Was it still an 8th or did it go in 7th?
For -1 to hit, what?
Blind.
Oh, that'll be 7th. Yeah.
When you've been playing Warhammer for too long, you get old and you forget which edition had which rules.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Moving on to our final entry for today, which will be by Tabletop on Tap. Instagram. This is a Horus Heresy model. Yay! So equal representation. Well, not really equal. Everything's Warhammer, but it just so happens today, there were a lot of really good ones.
Absolutely. It's been a solid wall of GW. I assume they're GW bases. They might not be. I don't know.
Oh no, this is the base that like it comes with. The character comes with, I believe.
Oh no, I meant every miniature that we've talked about today.
Oh yes,
has been GW. Probably even just the rims of the bases, because the base you're most likely to have extras of are GW.
Yes, correct. Yeah, correct. But I've forgotten
great which character this is. Heresy loved.
I've forgotten which character this is. I don't remember.
Like Raldion? No, that's the chapter master. Zaffa something.
Okay. We'll go with Mr. Zaffy, I guess.
I know his first name is Dom.
Dom.
Right, we'll go with something. Dom. Yeah, good old Dom.
Alright, let's go with Dom. Alright, cool. Yes, okay. So, what can we... Ooh, okay, I do like this model. I do like the sword in it. Very Blood Angels. I like the two-handed Carmine sword. That is very nice. Yeah.
It's a very well-executed model, and a well-executed paint scheme on it. like the sense of motion is freaking phenomenal in the sculpt just to begin with.
Yep. I like the bionics on it. Like, I just like the teardrop on the fist.
Yeah,
The teardrop
as the
movies on
like
you
as
got,
the vent, yeah, but it's like crybaby, like aw.
well,
Aw.
not like I was talking about the fist on his fist. So like on his
Oh,
bionic
I was
fist, right?
talking like helm. Man, this model rules.
Yeah, look at his like bedazzled fist. Like he's gonna sock someone, and like those
Oh
rubies
man,
are gonna
can
go
you
right in
imagine
them.
that backhand? Hope you have a good dental plan.
Yeah, but I do like the teardrop like vents on the helmet. That is a detail that I feel that I missed out on. That is awesome. I do also really like
Like the filigree work just
yeah,
above the eye lenses.
yeah, the eye lenses filigree
Um,
work really makes him like very blood angels. He's also got minor filigree work on like his like like knee pads as well. And just all
mhm.
the little teardrop symbols and stuff like that. The little things that make it work.
Beautiful model.
Yeah, really great, and not a rosary inside, which is good.
Yeah, no purity seals to be seen, because there is no religion save the Imperial Truth.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Absolutely. And yeah, I do like the more grim style you've gone for the sword. So it's not glowing,
Mhm.
it's not a power sword, but I think it works pretty well as well. It works very
Very
well.
much so. I like the choice of red.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, it's very
It
like it's a nice scarlet red.
yeah,
It's blending to
it looks like was darker red because I
okay.
because Blood Angel's red is much darker than that. It's not as bright as
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And it doesn't have a lot of orange in it.
Yeah.
Um,
So was darker
I
red,
like the
very
little
good.
point of reflection you put down the center of the beak. I just noticed that. That's a good job.
Wait, what reflection? Wait, what?
Yeah, zoom and enhance, zoom and enhance.
Zoom in the hands. Okay.
Wiggle. There's a little bit of object source lighting on that filigree coming from the eye lenses, and then there's a single line
Oh.
going down the center of the beak to represent the light from the eyes going down there.
Okay, I
I
see
am zoomed
that.
in like 2,000%.
All right, yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see that. Oh yeah, that's really nice work. Yeah, he's got little like pupils on the eye lenses, on the green eye lenses. Wow. Okay, very nice work.
And I know this is the sculpting as much as like very good use of shadow. What we were talking about with songs, this is an excellent execution of using those dark points in the edges and bottoms to
Yeah.
make it pop.
Yep.
But I like how the way it's modeled combined with that paint, like it almost looks like the helmet's like
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the motion of the model, like combined with like all the little details, really tells you that story, where like he is coming
yeah.
towards you. So
And he does not like you, and he does not care if you like him.
yes, it's like that.
Also,
Remember that point in the Stardies animation when that marine's lens actually cracked and you could see like little optics in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very reminiscent and of that kind of concept and giving me those vibes.
Yep. Exactly.
I love that you um, even went so far as to replicate the marbling effect on the studded shoulder pad and picked out all your studs in gold. Well done. That is
Yep.
more dedication than I generally do for studded shoulder pads myself.
Yep.
I will freely admit that I am more likely to do them one color and then ink wash around them and then just dot them real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
We want to move on to part two because
Yeah. Let's move on to part two.
quite
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah. I think it's pretty solid. Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, what, how, I feel like the
Gosh.
marbling could have been done differently.
Just a little tighter. Just a little tighter. Like, this is very much inspired by the box art. Like, that's the exact marbling effect that they did, as far as like black with like white veins. It's clear that
It looks like lightning, though, to me.
it does look a lot like lightning, as does the box art. I thought it was initially lightning when I saw the release photos.
Yeah.
So you're definitely on the right track. The execution could be a little, and painting's tiny straight lines at that scale with white on black. Yikes! Like, no funsies.
Yeah, very not fun.
And you've done an excellent job. Just there's a little point where, like, I think there should be more of a connection, and either just a little more curvature. And this is another good example of when to use reference photos. Like, find pictures of black marble.
Yeah.
And like look at them. I always like to practice on just paper with paint before if I'm trying something new and insane. Like a buddy of mine has asked for a Marine with a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
So this will be the first time I do little tiny flowers.
Yeah.
So I'm currently testing that out just on flat paper with pigment paints.
Yeah. I mean, like, the only real way to do, like, marbling properly is basically you gotta use, like, wool, like steel wool. I've seen people use, like, say, is
do the dabs.
No, you don't do dabs. You basically just airbrush over it. Like, you use the steel wool as a stencil.
I saw a guy do that on a social media platform. There are many.
Yeah, so the trick is you're supposed to, like, you are supposed to paint it white or whatever the cracks colors are supposed to be first, and then you put down the steel wool, paint it like a gray or something, and then you lift it, and then you paint it, like, you put on a steel wool again and then you paint that like your final color, which in this case would be black. So you get a mixture of the gray and white, like very small little lines.
Which is definitely how natural marble looks. Yeah.
Like, the trick is that I've never tried it before, but it is something that I feel even the Forge Rule guy didn't do, and it would have been a lot better than like doing it by hand, because doing it by hand, right, is real difficult. And it's not about the cleanup or how clean your lines are. It's a lot about how blending goes. Like, believe it or not, it's a lot of blending, because you want to feel like there is some differentiation, because if you look at black marble, right, it's not totally black. There's like different waves and patterns of like grays in there, and like even some blues in there. So like you need to blend those in.
Dark greens,
Yeah, you need to blend those in, and that's like very, very difficult to do by hand. Airbrush people do it with the steel wool method to get at least those lines as tight as possible. And because you're layering on like different shades.
That's a great hack.
Yeah. So I haven't tried it on myself. I might like try it on a bit later on my Tyranids, because I wanted like a little like a weird little lightning effect on my Tyranids, and see how that goes.
I have a statue on a base for a commission that I might try that on.
Exactly. Gotta be real cool.
We'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, we'll get back to you on that and see how it goes. If it works bad, then it works bad. So, you know.
I have one tiny nit to pick.
Yep.
The red has bled a little bit onto the silver on the cross cabling top power mount. On
the power mount. Where?
Right side picture, zoom and enhance.
Okay, which power mount are you talking to? On the chest?
The chest piece, just on the top. The line isn't super straight.
I see. Yep. That could be solved by a little bit of panel liner. So, you know, tell me a panel liner, black, very good for Horus Heresy. I highly recommend it because you've got some black lining here, some panel lining here, right? That you painted on, which is great. Panel liner could have done that for you in like 2 seconds. So work smart, not hard.
Yeah.
Work smart, not hard, ladies and gentlemen.
And always be open to experimenting with a variety of tools. Consult your local internet, as it is a endless resource of tips, tricks, and life hacks for painting the tiniest of little wee things.
Yes.
But I think it's a beautiful model. I think it was executed very well. It is heresy to the core.
Yes.
Like this, I would not mistake this for a 40k Blood Angel jumping.
Yeah, no, it is very distinct.
Yeah,
the shape of
the color choices.
The shape of the vents are different as well. Very different.
Yeah. It's a really cool model, and I love to see the return of the OG Raptor jump pack.
Yeah. The Raptor jump packs are cool.
Some good stuff. Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool.
No jump packs for me. I have no idea how they, how they work according to all my armies. They're like, no jump packs, no Raptors ever. It's like, okay, fair enough.
Jump packs, how do they work? It's a miracle. So tabletop on tap. A lot of phenomenal work has gone into this. Try a few different techniques. Pick up some panel liner. In the best way possible, fuck around and find out if that works for you.
Yeah, man. Like again, experiment with it. We're all using new mediums here, so just try your best, see how it goes, and then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, test it on a model first that you don't really care about.
Or bases.
Yeah.
Just try a marble effect on an extra 32 or 25 or 40 mil base you got lying around. We all got them.
I've heard of people doing that steel wool marble effect using sprays, using spray cans.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously
I could see that working just fine.
Yeah. Obviously on this model you'd want to do that first. Not last.
Yes. For the next time you paint Dominic, Dommy Dom, Von Jump Pack, you can try that technique, or just play around on some other stuff if you ever want to do some marbling again.
Yep. Because marbling is really good for heresy, Everyone's, all the Primarchs have immaculate floor marbles apparently, so.
Or standing on chunks of knights, whatever.
Yeah, all that.
No, is it Fafnir? That's standing on a las cannon, so it's you chopped one off the side of a predator and is standing on this.
Yeah, it's look at me, pose.
I think it's Faffy.
Maybe. But I could. That's definitely a him moment right there. It's yeah, look at me, pose for the picture, boys. I'm gonna be a model.
And I do like your stonework.
Yeah.
On the base. Not to overlook that in any way, shape, or form. I like the purple jewels. You can't quite tell. Yeah. It almost looks like there's a little bit of blood on one of the gauntlets that has continued on to the haft, and I'm not sure if that's just a little bit of a brush slip.
Yeah.
Or an intentional minute detail.
Yeah, I see that as well.
Either way, great, because if you can't tell, then you did it right.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks so heresy.
My first GW manager I ever worked for like to say, if you can't see it, don't paint it.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Can't see it, don't paint it. I also say that as well. Don't see it, don't paint it. People get a bit too finicky about that, and it's I need to paint the underneath of my pauldron. It's but wait.
Yep.
But wait. You can just spray black and then leave it like that. It's fine.
Shadows.
Yeah, shadows. But anyway, thank you very much.
If you're a completionist, nothing wrong with doing that either.
Yes.
I just won't join you.
Yeah, we will not join you on that journey. But thank you very much, Tabletop Tap, for sending over this amazing model. Great work as always. No obligations to send us, to do what we say. But if you do anything else or more, please send it to me as well. Woohoo! So we can feature you more of your stuff.
Someone tell us what the rest of Dom's name is.
Yeah, I don't know. I've forgotten.
Yeah, I forgot. There's just that in
something.
there.
There's a Dom, somewhere in the middle or beginning of the name. That's all we remember.
Yeah, or like Dominist or Dominate or Domadoom. I don't know. We're very old.
Something like that. Oh, anyway, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for making it all the way to the end. It really means a lot to us that these videos have been doing quite well, and we would like to see them do better. So please don't forget to share this video around. Subscribe if you already haven't. Hit that like button and that bell icon to get notifications on new videos coming out on every Monday and Wednesday. Yes, and comment down below for the YouTube algorithm gods, because I don't know how this works. Some videos do really well, some videos don't do so well. But commenting has something to do with it. I don't know.
Yeah, and we read the comments and are quite quick to respond and thank people in them when we get them. So comment like a mofo.
Yes, please do. Thank you so much. Have a great day or night, everyone else, and bye-bye.
Adios.